Gentlemen, welcome to Me and Friends special edition, right? Guys, I did say that we are going to have like a special edition. We're going to have a special surprise for you guys, and that is the interview, right? So every week we're going to release 2 episodes. The first one being the in-house, and secondly being the guest, right? And today, ladies and gentlemen, okay, before I start, how can I forget my bestie? Yeah, my friend,
Oh yeah. Oh, some nyama. Oh yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Themba, Vilakazi, also known as some nyama, the Black Coffee of 2010, the one and only, the man of the moment. Vilakazi, Black Cat.
Sanbonan bafethu. Sanbonani bangani emakhaya.
All right, Bangani Makhaya. On my side, which side is this? Right. On my right.
At your big age.
Yes. Tando, that's the biggest struggle. But otherwise, on my right,
Yes.
we've got the girl.
Yes.
The girl wearing Steve Maidon.
Ow,
Track suit, I've never seen it. Somebody, friend, did you not notice that first? I'm like,
No,
Steve Maidon.
the thing is, Mina, I'm accustomed to Steve Maiden big shoes.
Oh.
I didn't know they made clothes. You know what I mean?
I'm just like, yeah.
Hey, in fact, I'm like, you know what? I'm clapping your
Hey. All right, wearing Steve Maidon,
Wow.
coming out of Ratanda, born and bred, right?
Yes.
Yes. Her name is Thando Radebe. Mshaleni Zanda, ladies and gentlemen.
Thando Radebe.
She's an actress. She is a film graduate
Yes.
from AFTA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I repeat.
Why the?
From AFTA.
Why
Yeah. Because you pay 5 million.
Yes, you have to, thank you, friend. Remember my bursary did not come through and supposed to be an AFTA graduate. But
It's
not a
because,
secret.
yeah, because it's 5 million. You and Richie Mnisi, you are the Richie Mnisi of varsities and institutions.
I know.
Is AFTA. But
Okay.
otherwise, welcome,
Thank you
Tando.
so much. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes.
And I missed you.
I missed you too.
I missed you so much. Don't
I
lie.
was telling my friends, I'm
It's
like,
been over a year.
yes, I'm bringing the girl. They're like,
Yes.
oh, she's so beautiful. I'm like, she's more beautiful in aura. So yes,
Hi. Look at me just.
I missed you too, my darling. I love you. Okay.
I missed you.
How are you, Tando?
I'm good. You know. I
Okay,
just-
I'm not gonna waste time. So I believe since I socialism stock and I'm now so I end up long to say you and I met somewhere. All right, so we stop that. But otherwise, Tando, take a chance and tell the people from Ratanda that don't know you who you are.
Yo, Tando is a creative hub. Tando is a creative. I don't want to say I'm a filmmaker because I went to AFTA. I majored in directing and editing, but I found myself acting. I found myself script writing. I found myself sound, part of sound teams. I found myself doing so much. So I don't want to say that and my creative career started in music.
Okay.
It went from music, it went to poetry, it went into writing.
Music, do you sing?
I used to rap.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
But it was peer pressure.
Oh,
It was
okay.
peer pressure.
Okay, do you remember any of the rhymes?
Yeah,
Tando,
what kind of rap was it?
come
Yeah.
on.
No,
I'm
it
not.
was
Because I used to Themba used to rap,
Yeah.
right? Then we shy.
It
Can I
was-
start? Themba, you go. And
But
then
I'm not rapping.
Was it pop
No,
like Casper?
you know why? No.
I'm sorry.
Are you waiting?
No. I was bad. I was
Okay.
honestly, I was so bad. Maybe as a singer I'll be better because I'm told I can sing. But maybe as a singer, but as a rapper, the thing is, you know, that time, like when I was growing up, around the KO era, the Mabalano is versus ambitious era. So for me, it was like, actually, you know what? It was peer pressure. It was like,
If
yeah,
you
now
cook
me,
my dance, I can do
you
it. Yeah.
know, you know that song Kisses
Stop
by.
mentioning
Yeah.
name.
You know when that song came out?
Fifi cool.
Kuba was like, and we running I was this skinny girl being fun and so I was like, you know what, most definitely.
Okay.
But it didn't work out. I felt dismayed when it comes to
Oh, you
rapping.
feel like Thabiso at it.
Was it the rhymes or was it what? You couldn't what?
I think I wasn't ready. Maybe now if I was to try.
Okay.
Now I think I've got the confidence.
Okay.
Back then the voice was bad. The rhymes were bad.
Yeah.
The writing was good
Okay.
though. Like the writing.
Hence what you studied.
Yeah, the writing was good, but the rhymes were bad. It was just, it's an era in my life in J. I made sure that all the music is nowhere to be found. Because I was like, why would I want people to hear that?
All right. So tell everyone else who's in Ratanda that does not know you, ne? Where does Thando grow up? Chuti, how do you come about being a Thando?
Thando is...
In Ratanda, right? First of all.
Yeah.
And they don't know this, most of the people. They think you're from...
Well, also,
Yeah.
me. I was also
Yeah.
well, I don't know you.
Even someone's like,
Right.
No bad, no
Themba,
bad.
you put them at 2K. I know the 2Ks, huh?
Oh, wow.
Thando, tell the people in Ratanda where, how, and why Radebe, because we know all the Radebes in Ratanda.
Ratanda. Okay,
Yes.
if you know all the Radebes in Ratanda, you should know my dad. You should know Babu Ngana Bayanda. Babu Ngana.
Themba's based.
Bayanda Radebe is Babu Ngana. So if you know all the Radebes,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Wow,
then you should
okay.
know. Then that's
Wow.
like my family is based in Ratanda. My mom was in Ratanda. My dad was in Ratanda. My step parents was in Ratanda. So I'm fully born in Ratanda, raised. Yes, kancane. I've been when my mom married, we moved to another suburb.
Okay.
But then during the weekends, I'd always be at Ratanda.
Okay.
When we get home and wherever we're living, I don't want to say wherever we're living, I'm so umuntu ophumayo.
Okay.
So mangiphuma ngene emotweni, ngiphuma mangiseRatanda, and then during the week I'm home. And I grew up to be like, oh, you know what? Why do I need to eRatanda mangiphuma? Let me do something productive for back where I'm from. So you'll never see me as Stratton eRatanda. You always see me doing something productive.
Oh, in Ratanda.
Yes.
Like Mucha, for instance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll never see me like at a club. If you see me at a club, it's because I was invited. By someone, or I'm being paid.
Yes, friend. Young Chevys,
Yeah.
influencer.
Yeah.
Or I'm being paid
Alright.
to be there. You'll never see me just there.
Why, you don't like the club scene?
No,
there?
I'm not a people's person. I don't like crowded spaces.
Okay.
The aura is just a lot.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I just don't like crowded spaces.
Yeah.
So if I'm in an aura, a place with a lot of people, an hour, 2 hours max, and then I go back home.
Okay.
So I'm done. I said Ratanda full on.
Where does that come from? Is it like energy preservation?
Yeah.
Or
Energy preservation.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's just like.
so it's intentional, or
Yeah,
it's just
intentional.
okay.
I'm that type of person. Even whenever like I'm in, this is my first interview.
And I learned something, guys. Sorry to cut you.
Hey.
Energy what did you guys say? I learned
Preservation.
preservation.
Yes.
I get that it's
Right.
self-explanatory, yes.
Yes.
But otherwise, the fact that you guys understand what it is,
Yeah.
is beautiful because
You know.
it's I didn't know, and you're just like energy preservation, energy
Like, for
preservation,
me, it's just that even like this is my first
Oh,
interview.
Okay.
And the reason why I agreed is because I
take a moment.
Yeah.
Tell them
I've been
this is your
invited
what
to interviews before.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm just like
in Ratanda. Is it in
Wow.
Ratanda?
No.
Because there's only two
Yeah,
podcasts.
I've only not in the podcast.
Oh, I was
But
about to
I've
say, is
been-
it talks
I've
with
been
Cal's?
invited.
Oh, wow,
Or is it-
Yeah, I've been invited.
Oh,
But
wow.
I just even when I go to like interviews or
Yeah.
places of people, I want to get there on time. I don't want to get there and then people get to know me like that's no, but I'm trying.
Okay.
Remember?
Let's
Okay.
get there, let's get it done. And then I'm like, even on set,
Yeah.
these wrap up parties, you'll never see me at a wrap up party.
Yes.
We're done, cut, okay, we wrapped up. Then pack my things, I'm going back home.
And I offered her something. She, okay, yeah. I joined.
I don't do that.
And she was like, I don't do
I
that.
don't do
I was like,
that.
really, you done? She's like, I really don't do
Next
that.
thing I'll expose
But
myself to
and
this
her,
idiot.
and her attitude was like, I really don't do it,
I
Sizwe.
don't
So, but then doesn't that then count against you in terms of how the industry is set up, where if you don't attend to the after parties, then you don't get to rub shoulders with the who's and the people that can literally link you up
Thank you.
into the industry, and you get socializing with those.
I think I get where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
Socializing is a good thing,
Okay.
but I don't want to say socialize. I like the setting of networking.
Networking. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm not going to go to a place where people are tired from work
Okay.
and they want to relax.
Okay.
I'm talking about, please give me work.
That's very.
No, not that. But if it's like a workshop where it's
Wow.
filmmakers,
Yeah.
I'll go there. Because I know, yes, we're social,
Yeah.
but it's a thing of like, we're here to work, we're here to
Okay.
create. I don't
Thank
do
you.
social spaces. You'll never see me in social spaces. I do
Jeez,
networking
man.
spaces,
Yeah.
but you'll never see me like socializing, Thando uphethe idamp. No.
So she agreed to come to Me and Friends because it's Sizwe and Themba.
And I trust Sizwe
But she
with my
doesn't know me.
energy.
Yes,
So
thank you,
don't
my
say
baby.
Themba.
Like, and Themba, friend,
Oh, she
because
doesn't know me.
she watched you.
doesn't know
I'm
me?
sure you
Yeah,
watched
I
it.
watched the first
I
episode.
mean,
I did watch the first episode.
Themba, we already
Sorry.
you exist,
Yeah.
friend.
I forgot.
Yeah. So how do we get to after? Let's go there. Let's start with you.
Yes,
Yeah. How do
thank
you
you.
get to
That
after?
was,
How did I get to as in qualifications?
No, how do you get to
like,
after
yeah.
as an institution?
Like, how did it come
How do you
about?
decide?
Yeah.
You're from Ratanda. You are an introvert.
After matric, now,
Extroverted,
how did you
introvert.
decide?
After matric, how do you decide? Film studies
Right.
at Richard Mrs. Varsity. There, by the way,
Yeah,
friend,
yeah.
5 million.
Thank you for taking my question.
Yeah, 5
This guy
million.
lives in my head.
5 million. Yeah.
Sabawela ukuba nayo le 5 million.
But you guys
Well,
expensive.
yeah.
Sabawela.
Topic for another day.
But you were in the Sabawell. We are going there. Sabawelling, you've been Sabawelling, and your movie is Sabawell something.
Sabagram.
Yes.
Yeah. So I went to after when I was lucky enough because I went to a very, very. My mom has always been like strict on taking me to the best schools she could afford.
Okay.
So I went.
Shout outs. Shout outs to
Yeah.
my mom.
You know, shout out
100%.
to that woman, right? Like she was
Shout
like,
outs
I'm
to
gonna
her
have
mom,
one
guys.
child and I'm gonna make sure she has everything she needs. You know,
Yeah.
I love her for that. So I was very much privileged. I went to Springs Girls High, and
Ah, I thought about
Yeah.
it. Sorry. Literally, I wanted to ask earlier when you said you don't want to mention the suburb that you come from. I wanted to say, oh, you're from
St.
Springs
Paul's.
Girls. I was like, ah, keep quiet.
no, I went to
Oh,
Springs.
yeah.
Yeah, I went
Okay.
to Springs Girls High,
Nice.
and then.
And by the way, Springs Girls High, do you know make it? He went to Springs
Oh
Girls
my
High.
goodness.
Manswe Pouch went to Springs Girls High.
Yeah.
And
And
you know how
all
I
the
feel
girls
about
we
those
wanted in high school were in Springs Girls High.
I went to Springs Girls. You know, fun story. Hey, actually, on the way to telling you how I'm going, I got to after. When I went to Girls High, I was a tomboy. I
Oh.
used to do
Hence rapping.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Hence
used
you
to
were
do
a
temper
rapper.
fake.
You do give me the
I
Toya
used
the
to
lazy
have-
vibe, right?
Yo, I was like, and when I got to Girls High was like, it's a condesaya man.
Oh, good.
I got out of Girls High. Like you can ask anyone who knows me. Heels are like
Yes.
staple for me. I will wear heels from
Yeah.
9
And
to
oh, Vela
9.
Maroko, very-
Yes, like
yeah.
Girls High will turn you into a lady, and I was
Probably.
like, for me, it's like
Okay.
the best school. Yes, I've been to good schools,
Yes.
but Girls High really made me see the beauty of being a lady because they don't even say Thando, like ladies. You know, they
Okay.
teach you like lady etiquette. So I was privileged enough, and then Girls High used to have like career expos where they would invite different institutions, and then after came, and that's when I knew about it.
Okay.
And weird enough, it's like, you know, when they say some things you manifest, and sometimes there's signs that they come in. I think a week before after came, I heard on radio, they were like, oh, you can also study filmmaking and whatnot. I'm like, oh, I need to look into that. I think I was in grade 8. Yeah, I was in grade 11. And then the following week after came to school, and I remember texting my mom, like, after's here. And my mom was like, ask them all the questions you need to ask them. And then I asked them the questions and everything. When I was in grade 12, go March, apply. My mom gave me like this. We started saying data, there wasn't Wi-Fi. My mom was like, here's money. I think she gave me like 700 bucks. Buy data. I only give you one task.
Okay.
Go and look for an institute where you're going to study.
Alright.
I ate the money because I was like, I'm not going anywhere else. I'm going to after.
So if you're telling me about EFTA, what is the application fee at EFTA? If the school fees is 5 million.
100,000.
I mean,
So how much did you eat from your mom? Because that was
For
application fee, right?
Probably
No,
10K.
it was to buy data.
Oh,
so
to buy
that I
data
can-
so that you
Oh,
can apply. Okay,
yo.
alright.
So I could find
Because I
out.
thought
Yeah.
application.
Other
So I was
other
just like,
prospects, yeah.
no, I don't
Nah.
want to go anywhere
Yeah.
else. There was other institutions
Okay.
that I wanted to go to, and then somewhere I didn't like the
Okay.
culture there.
Okay.
When I saw after, I was like, this I like, and it was like, yo, this is home. For me, it was like, okay, this is home. Because I come from a school that is very ladylike, and I appreciate that, but it's very strict.
Okay.
And you get to after, and you get to people that like actually understand,
Yeah.
or would say, oh, okay, you know, this is what. And there's different, you know, you want to do writing. There's the writers, there's the producers, there's the people who do music production
Okay.
for films,
Yes,
for
yes.
TV.
Scoring.
Yeah, scoring, anything that you want. And I was like there. So I was lucky enough. And yeah, when I was in matric, I applied it after, and then initially it was supposed to be 4 years, but God being God, I wrote a test, and then I was enrolled into my degree. And so it was like 2 million half.
Yeah, hey,
2 million
hey. Hey, I'm
Just
glad
had to
you
pay.
caught that, hey girl, because you know that check is expensive right there,
It's
bro.
expensive, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's
Yes.
so
Yeah.
worth it.
Yes.
Like
And-
we can't. My mom is still like, I didn't know about after, but if anyone asks me about it,
Yeah.
take your child there.
But I mean, on top of that, I mean, you have to, on top of the 5 million, Guys, it's 5 million, not half.
This
Yes.
is 5
5
million.
mil.
That's figuratively, guys. Don't take this gent seriously.
But what we are saying is that you pay your degree at TUT is your 1 year at
She just mentioned that. She
No,
go for a
but they're
degree,
saying
and it's not a
Yeah.
year. So if you add up all those years, it's close to 5 mil.
No!
All right, guys, maybe I'm
5 million
exaggerating.
figuratively.
Yeah, so and then
Yeah.
moving forward, Thando, and then there's after, and then you study film in after, not live performance. I know.
Yeah,
So you study.
I studied film and TV in first year,
Okay.
and then in second year I majored in TV.
Oh, okay. TV production or TV
TV production.
production.
There's
Yeah.
and after there's different schools.
Okay,
So
yes.
there's LP, which
Okay,
is
live performance, yes.
And then I think LP stretches to drama
And
or
theatre and stuff.
theatre
Yes.
and whatnot. And then there's film, and then there's TV. But now the syllabus have changed because I'm trying to work towards my honors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So now it's just motion picture.
Oh.
There's no longer film TV. It's just motion picture.
What does motion picture mean? Like,
Self-explanatory picture that is
That
motion.
moves, yeah.
like, what's your job there? Like, what
It's
do you
motion
do?
picture. No, motion picture is the name of the
The
degree.
degree.
So
Yes.
I thought
Yes,
you were
wait.
studying. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a multidisciplinary thing. It's motion picture in it.
Okay.
There's-
Then
yeah,
it stretches. If you want to
Yeah.
do writing, you do writing. If you want to do sound.
Okay, but I mean, between TV, film, what's now motion picture? Like, what's the difference? Like, what's that?
So
Because-
okay, TV is like your news, your documentaries.
Yeah. It includes
Yeah.
everything.
Your,
Mhm.
your news, your documentaries. Film is more specific.
Okay.
Film is like film. Film
Okay.
is like your
Fast and the
visual.
Furious.
Yeah.
You know, it's but when you study TV, you are able to be a director at live news.
Okay.
Director.
I get it.
You are
Because
able
you-
to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the difference between TV and film.
Okay.
But now, it's no longer that. If you study motion picture, you're studying. People think going to AFTA is easy.
Yeah, it's never.
No,
easy.
it's not, because all the
Some
people that I
people-
know went there dropped out. Yeah, all those niggas dropped out of there. Yeah.
Because
Right,
I
right,
studied,
right.
my first year was when COVID came.
Mm.
And the pressure just got even more worse. People stopped. When we graduated, the class was, I think we were like 400, 300.
Oh yeah.
Because people were like, no, this is just, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's yo.
So I'm interested. Sorry, Sizwe, I
Yes,
just
yes,
wanted to come in where, how does then? So okay, fine. Like grade 11 comes up, grade 12, then you apply. You know, all the career expos and everything. But what links you to that? You heard it on radio that hey, after this, but then you obviously when you heard it on radio, you knew what after was about, right? Arts and everything. But how does then the arts element in you know that this is what you want to do? Because obviously there's no accounting at after, right? So it's not like you like the school after.
Yeah.
You knew that I like your chai TV production, acting. Where does that come from? Did you
Only.
decide? Like when did you decide? I mean, in grade 11.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. As I said, it was like when I started my creative career, started in music. So I was like, okay. I was actually explaining this to the children at the expo today. I would say, when I went to AFTA thinking I'm going to do music. I'm going to do film scoring.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I was like, okay, I'm going to do music. I wanted to do sound.
All right.
What do you call it? Sound engineering.
Sound engineering. Yeah.
But the School of Sound Engineering in South Africa was like, no, girl. You just don't have the subjects to begin with. So when I got into AFTA, first year I did music production for film and TV.
Okay.
But it was just like too hard because I had to learn a lot of. I had to learn
And music is maths, by the way.
Yo, I
If you
had
tell
to
people that
learn
music
a
is
lot of-
mathematics.
I had to learn a lot of what you call instruments and the term, the
Oh
names.
snap! You
And
kidding
we
me?
had one of the best lecturers. I think my lecturer in first year was the lady. I remember that very year, AKA had done what Gaza just did.
The orchestra thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
The lady that was in charge of the orchestra, Yaga, AKA, was my lecturer at
Oh
AFTA.
my god!
So for me, it was
Pressure
like,
was on.
this is.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even, I was just felt like, how am I going to tell my mom that I'm dropping music when music is the very same reason I came to
Got
AFTA.
you there.
And she's like, you were telling me that your lecturer is this lady.
Oh my
How are you
goodness.
dropping that?
Eh.
But I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure I'm still where I want. There's other options that I
Okay.
can do. And
Okay.
so I started there, as a musician, but I evolved to be a filmmaker broadly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So moving right along, right? Your life as a varsity person, interesting. But otherwise, you studied film and production. You studied behind the scenes. But the world first meets you as an actress. And I'm just like, how? The girl is doing the movie now.
How?
She's a star of the movie. The movie is called Sabawell Instagram, right?
No,
Sabawell Gram.
My first movie was called Mukhotsi.
Mukhotsi. I did not see that.
I've been asking the whole week. I'm like, Andy, which movie?
No, I don't want to send her. I don't want to send him the thing. What you sent me. You said
Oh,
because the profile.
yeah.
Because what I like in life is let's find out.
Yeah.
Instead of preparing now.
Yeah.
Why did you do hairspray?
And
Did you
funny
do?
enough, and funny enough, I own that, right?
I didn't even read it.
The whole week.
I didn't read it at all. No, sorry, Tan. Okay, sorry. You sent it this morning. I did not
Unprofessional.
read it at all. I'm like, the girl, like
Yeah.
you said, energy. I know she's
Yeah.
an artist.
Yeah.
And if you're an artist, you can sense
Yeah.
artists.
Because when I realized that you're not gonna
And
give me the
inclusive
name,
of you, my
I
friend.
was like, you know what, it's fine, he's not gonna give me the name. But I kept on telling everybody the whole week, we're interviewing a film star. Hey, she's in a movie, some movie. Caesar said he's in a movie somewhere. Even today when I came here, I'm like, hey, what's the movie, Ghana?
Yeah, so yes, Mukhotsi, and then yes, the movie.
What?
You said, I said, how do you then move from studying production, like
Yeah.
behind the
Oh,
scenes,
appearing
to
on TV.
appearing as the first, shooting the lead? Yeah.
And in all my movies, I'm lead.
And yes, and Kumbula as an actor, I'm like, I know what a lead is, by the way.
Yeah.
So a lead is where the story is around you.
Yeah, it stuns me every time I think about it. And I'm always like, it's when you know what, when God sees you, He sees you. Because I did my first film when I was in my first year, and I was 19. Yeah, I was 19. I was 19. I was around November when we shot it. We shot Mukhotsi in Rodeport, and what had happened was, I'll forever be thankful to like Sam Dibur. He's a SAFTA award-winning producer and cinematographer, amazing guy. He saw me on Instagram and he was like, "There's a character that we have on a film that we're gonna do. Do you mind doing it?" And I said to my mom, I was like, Sam Dibur. And my mom's like, "Who the fuck is Sam Dibur? What the fuck is that?" I mean, I'm like, "Well, he wants me to do a film." I was like, "Okay." And my mom was very scared because now the thing is like now there's a B&B thing. You need to be at the B&B. Mom's like, this is sounding like human trafficking. What's going on here? And you're going there for a whole week. You're going to be there.
And you are never going to come back by charge.
She was like, you're 19. You're going there for a whole week. Like you're gonna be sitting there for the whole week, and like you don't even know who this. My mom was like, "But you know what? Again, appreciate that woman of my whole life."
Yes.
Because she was like, "You know what? Let's go. Read your script, do everything that you must do. Let's go see what happens." And the whole week, I was just like, so that was my first film. That was in 2020, and Mukhotsi came out, and then after that, it was just with COVID and everything. It's just things didn't just work out well. And then I graduated last year, and literally like 2 weeks later, I got casted for my second film. And I was playing the lead role of Ulumile by fourth cycle, and even that story of success, because when I was in first year, the fourth cycle, its producers were in like their final year and their honors, and I used to look at these guys and be like, yo, how I work with these people so much. And when they founded fourth cycle, their first film was Ulumile, and when they did the auditions and they saw me, and I was like, you guys don't know how many times I've seen you like on campus, and I'm like, should I talk to him? Should I do that? And to have worked with them with their first film for me, it's just like, that's amazing.
Nah.
And
I want to say something. It's unbelievable. If you come from drama school, and I'm going to reference myself, drama school has all these people that are now famous. I've actually have worked with everyone that is making it now. There was a point in my life where everyone I knew personally in my circle was now on TV. And because you have more muntu, for instance, now, you know, the only way to get now I cannot bring you to my show because now I'm an actor. I studied before you, but I've never had a lead. And then I can't say, no. I'm proud of you. So how do you do it? How do you do it? How do we connect with performance as performers? Thando, you're young. that I am. And lead. Yazi lead.
Bro, you know, I
But
wanted to
lead
ask
is you,
earlier,
yeah, lead is-
can I get your generation period so I know who I'm talking to?
Thank you, friend.
Because now I'm thinking to myself also, I've got so many questions in my
Yes.
mind. I'm like, you're so grounded. Like, where the hell does
Thank
that come
you.
from? I want to take you
That's
back
scary,
now.
but
And I'm
I'm
like,
choosing-
wait a minute.
3 leads, nah?
You know,
3
hey,
leads.
bro.
That's
Hey,
3 leads
man.
in South Africa, nah?
Yeah.
And I'm putting myself in because I'm
Yeah.
an actor as well.
And she is
I've
great.
never had leads.
Nah.
Yeah, okay, I did a movie in first year as well, but Pan-African Summit there.
Yeah.
You did a movie.
Lead.
They are showing it somewhere, the Young Shabazz Film
Lead.
Festival, what. And you're like, but where did I win? You have movies, I can go now and say, Samuel,
Proper
Instagram, you're
people.
Thando, you're here, the
Yeah.
proper people that are in South Africa right now. So shout out to that.
Yeah.
Ratandians, in as much as you think, yes, oh sorry, Ratandians, in as much as we think that we are not progressing as a township,
We are.
we really are.
We really are.
With this podcast, with Tando.
And that's serious. I mean, Rotando's got so much talent,
Yes.
bro. You know what I mean? Like, I was just saying the other day, you know, quite a lot of artists, you know, it's just the spotlight that's not being shined on them. Like Thando said, no, she's very grateful that she had the opportunity to go to places like AFTA. Because, you know, when you're there, you get to mingle with the people that are there. So it's almost easy for you
Thank
to
you.
just walk around, make connections because you are in the
Yeah.
spaces.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's other kids that Thando can then bring along. And then I was glad to also find out that she's doing
Thank
mocha.
you. Yeah, I want to go there.
Yeah.
So because with Youth Month, it's being Youth Month. Right now it's June, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
Youth
yeah.
Month, yes.
Tomorrow is actually...
Guys,
Right there on
actually,
Monday.
half hour. Let's sing for Tando.
Happy birthday, Tando!
Twizzy, come in, another
Happy birthday, Tando!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Tando! Happy birthday to you! Hip hip! Youth Month! Hip hip! Youth Month! Oh yeah,
What better
Tando!
way to have Tando?
Oh,
Her
nice.
birthday is on Youth Month.
Nice!
And she's one of the youth ambassadors of Ratanda.
Oh my
And by
goodness!
that I'm saying,
Joe, you know what I
I'm saying
mean?
I'm not over hyping
Wow,
her. I'm
guys.
being for real.
Wow!
Hey?
This is incredible. Wow.
Yeah, so
nice.
tell us, Tando,
Yeah.
what do you feel as a youth, as a consummate youth in South Africa? What is your word to the other youth? What do you think they need to do that you did?
That I did.
Yes.
Yo.
And I'm saying that because you have 3 leads, by the way,
What I did to
that
you,
I
to
don't
you, to
have,
you, to
by the
you,
way.
I-
My degree was 2019. My brother Wayne was like,
Yeah.
and you are now.
Yeah.
And you've had 3 leads on them. And I need to embrace that because
Yeah.
no matter what, after has connections and
Ah,
has
it
connections.
doesn't-
Don't you about that? You know,
Yeah,
you know how it is.
yeah.
I'm telling
People
you.
actually
And guess what?
believe that,
Once
it
they
doesn't.
believe that,
It
don't I?
doesn't,
And I
yeah.
don't because I
No.
went to wait. I went with Aubrey Pue.
Yeah.
My honors, Aubrey was in my class.
Yeah,
Aubrey
yeah,
Pue.
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe it, Themba. I was like, Aubrey, and they're like, Sizwe, you're doing your voice exercise with your voice. And I kept on saying, yo, you wanna, hey, because I'm going but there was no
Yeah,
connection.
yeah.
It was like,
There's
Sizwe,
no
listen, it's like this. Sizwe, you're a great boy. You will make it when your time comes. Should work on you. I
Yes.
can't connect you.
Yes.
And
But
he was like, I can sense that.
Yeah.
Ufuna ukuthi because uspana nami
But I
then.
mean, you know, maybe
You know?
when people, you know, see this as there's connections there. It's almost like they use that term loosely for
Yeah.
patronage.
No, I get it.
It's because you're there.
And it's
It's,
Latin,
it's,
yes.
it's like for them, it's like, dog, you're in the same class with Aubrey
Yeah.
Pue. So how you can talk to him, he can put you in a film. So it's like,
and actually
oh.
after is niched.
Yeah,
guys.
it's the
After is
patronage
niched, yeah.
that is
Guys,
associated
You guys are
with-
niched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niched. With us, it's the yes. I went to Arts Campus TUT, but
Yeah.
people don't think we have an Arts Campus, and it's the best, one of the
Yes.
best. But you guys,
yeah.
you know,
Yes.
because
I know,
and
TUT
with
is
you
one of the
guys,
best,
don't have,
yeah.
and in arts, with you guys are niched, don't
Yeah.
have. More
But-
special than us. After
Yeah.
is a film school.
Yeah, but also
And don't have, they think you guys have connections because
Yeah.
a niche is
Yeah.
a niche. They will be more focused on
No,
film because
100%, of
kanti
course.
sibhilana mawudlala ibhola
Of course,
abomkhelele kumele bafike yangithola
course,
kanjani.
yeah.
Yes. But otherwise this social responsibility as
Yo.
a young
As a
person, what do you think what you did that they did not do?
I was just like, I don't want it to sound as if man just saying
Be subjective. I was chilling
or something of that
No
sort.
guys, in life,
Sorry,
let's
Thando.
embrace. Yeah, please tell them,
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah, sorry, Tando.
Yes.
I just wanted to say, maybe answer that in this form, because I wanted to ask the question of, like I said earlier, you sound grounded. You know what I mean? So maybe answer the question also based on that, because
On
like
that.
you're saying, it's going to be a subjective
Thank
thing,
you.
but
It's a
the
subjective thing.
groundedness it leads to you having to achieve.
And you
whatever
did
achieve.
Something, yes.
Whether
You
or
did
not,
something.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
point is,
Because
yeah,
100%. Because also the same way that she says like she's grateful for having the opportunity, right? She could have also had the opportunity and gotten there and fucked up.
You.
You know what I mean?
So
Not
tell
go
them
to
the
class
truth. Yeah, I
or
chose. Yeah,
whatever.
I made a
played
choice.
around.
What are the choices that you made?
100%. You know what I mean?
I just don't know if I could say like it's a. I think it does boil down to it being choices. But
Okay.
for me, I will be honest and say I'm raised in a family that is predominantly women.
Oh.
So every time my mom will tell you, my saying every time something happens is yo istima sakakokwam, because everyone in Alexander knows what's yo ugogo gathando, you know, all of that.
Family tree.
Yeah,
Last
for
week's
me,
interview.
it's always
Family
like,
tree.
for me,
by
it's always
Sizwe.
like ugokwam. For me, it's always like my mom only has one child, so she only has one chance of pride. So I cannot mess that up.
Okay.
You know, for me, it's always been like I need to make sure that it happens good, so that my mom can never be disappointed in me. When I passed matric, I didn't pass with a bachelor's, and I wasn't the smartest child in the family tree, but I happened to be the first
Awareness,
child
darling.
who got a degree in my family, the first granddaughter, first grandchild to have a degree.
Okay.
So for me, I think it was in those my jail. You went to after, so what? There's a lot of people that went to after that are sitting at home.
That dropped out
You know?
also.
Yeah, that dropped out.
And
Like,
they still
it
rich.
does not make any. It doesn't make you any different.
Different.
You know,
Choices.
Don't think
100%.
Uguti because Thando, you have no idea what I had to go through
course.
to get this.
Yeah.
How much I had to choose to not go out and go to the club.
Yeah.
To make sure that I am buying genuine leather jackets.
100.
And even that when you have something and you have it and you know Uguti, it's scarce. Take care of it. I think that's important. Take care of it, even if it's like a thing of like. There's children who don't get the chance to go to school.
Okay.
There's children who, like a simple thing like this jacket. I bought this jacket for my matric dance, and it's genuine leather. I think I bought it for like 2K. And to this day, it's like I need to take care of it because I need to make sure it is good. Take care of it. If I got a chance to go to after, and my mom is a single woman, and I was like, one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna fail at after. I used to fail terms in high school. I'm not failing at after.
Oh my God.
if I'm failing a subject, I'm dropping it. But luckily, I never dropped it. So I think it's a thing of like, zazi ukuthi ufunani. Zazi ukuthi ufunani and understand ukuthi lento ifunayo, no one else is responsible for taking care of it but you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your whatnot. Yes, family is good because they can ground you. But at the end of the day, really and truly, no, they can turn on you. Family does too.
Thank you.
So it's just you need to choose you. You need to choose you.
Okay, wait. So sorry. I want to cut this belly up in pieces, right? So.
Yeah, my friend, 2K is
Hey, man.
Hey man. I'm like, all right, wait a
They always
minute.
complain about this
I'm
Z
like, hey.
generation and say they are shitty, but
I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Z
with
generation
the
that
with the 2K.
with the 2K that is giving us wisdom.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, hey, me is this 33-year-old man
Yeah,
here.
bro.
Aibo.
Yesterday, I was told. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with someone, and they told me, Themba, you know what? You take the little things, like you take things very light. You don't take care of things that you think mean nothing to you. Or let's say, for example, if I perceive pair of shoes to be worth it at 5,000 rand, when I buy a pair of shoes at 1,000 rand, it's almost like I don't take care of it. So yesterday I had this warning shot to say, that's why you keep in a loop. You keep experiencing the same things over and over again with these small things, but these small things keep getting in your way because you don't fucking take care of them. Now you say, and now I'm like, me, hey, wait a minute. Yesterday I was,
She's talking awareness at her
whoa,
age.
bro,
It's scary,
you know what I
man.
mean?
It's
So
scary.
I wanna dissect this. I'm like, okay, fine. First of all, like you say, you've analyzed that obviously you as your mom's pride, you need to be. How did you intake that? Like, where did you take that from? Is it in high school when you started, so cool, man, you started realizing, you started talking to your mom? Did she make you aware of this, or how did you get the awareness of, okay, you know what, it's on me to play this role for my mom? Because you could have taken a different direction. You could have said, oh, my mom had her own life. Oh, she can live her life. But how do you then inherit this role to say, okay, I'm going to be this person? Because also, you can only achieve through having taken that decision.
Yeah, I'm going to show one thing.
Hey, man.
He said, how do you then inherit? You don't then inherit. You inherit. You don't then. My friend, my point is with you. How do you then inherit? When you inherit, you inherit. She inherited that. She spoke about grandmother trees.
Yeah, but I mean,
so she got it.
In awareness.
You can't say, how do you then? Because.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's in the blood. Now she's acting out what's in the blood. All right, sorry. Okay, fine. But now, okay, let me ask then.
Yes.
Because also, Vele, acting out in the blood, it could like be normal to her. But me, I'm surprised to say, hey, Muna, I know 2000s. Some of
she's
them,
aware. She's an aware 2000s.
So that awareness, where does it come from as young as you are? Because I'm aware about these things that you're talking about at the age of 30. That's when I started seeing things.
You're like,
you are so young, you're like saying the things that I just learned last year. I'm like, where does that awareness begin? Because I feel like that awareness then leads all these other things into fruition, right? And as young as you are, like Caesar says, right? It's almost like you are an example, a good example.
Like this guy,
you know what I mean?
You can't say,
but I want to know, where does that awareness come from?
Where does that come from?
I don't want to lie. It's a bit of an emotional story.
I know you're gonna go deeper. Go deep. Yeah,
it's a bit of an emotional story. So I was lucky enough for Uti this term. I use lucky enough a lot. But you know what?
You created.
I was lucky enough, yes, because I think I noticed Uti. I have no choice but to do the best that I can and fail knowing that I did the best that I can, especially when it comes to my mom, because my mom is a widow. So when my stepdad passed on, I realized that this person does not have any child. This person does not have a husband. See too, like I live for her, I live by her, I live with her, everything is for her. I think that's part of the reason why even
and the pressure of having a stepdad like that.
Yeah, the pressure of having.
Sorry.
It's my dad.
Your dad. Sorry,
it's my dad.
You're becoming emotional today. Shooty, guys, if you don't know Tando
the pressure of having
me, so the late me, so
the pressures of having a father like that man for me is like to this day. I see men obviously. Siakula, you know, you guys start sliding in your DMs and everything, and I've had people that be like, your standards are a bit too high. Like somehow, you know. And I'm like, when people see me, even when I'm with perfect example.
He raised the standard.
Yeah, perfect example. You see my car and me a driver and I'm somewhere, and then a guy asks me out, and then he sees me getting into my car, and then he's like, how going to drive a remote? And I'm like, yes, I'm driving this car. Like, how it's a hurt man. And I'm like, it just shows how much your masculinity is scarred. My stepdad made sure I'm gonna raise, and he instilled it for me. This guy left when I was only 12 years old, but to this age I'm able to be like, you can't tell me shit, because I know my dad and I know what he raised in me, and
he raised the standard.
You know, like I think it's a thing of like, there are times I'm like, am I ever gonna get married? But I'm like, you know what, with him as my angel, he's gonna make sure that whoever I have children with is just as good, if not better, than him. Because but the thing that brings it in me is that I come from not just that, even my biological family. Ubayanda is such an amazing, you know, the pressures of having Ubayanda is
incredible, man.
As that on its own, just the thing of like, I can't have Ubayanda going around. He holds so much pride about you know, and people there's people who
and she kept he said to me, Thando. I'm like, but I trust that to say Thando. Like, what you said to me now and said, I trust you. I trust what I instilled in you. He was my prefect Bayanda when I was in grade 4 to grade 7. And we fought. Bayanda was that prefect, that deputy head boy even. And annoying, you know how he is. And me being me, and beginning to whatever. Apparently I've always been I don't remember, but being Thando Kulum, asking Buga, we fought, and somehow because if I said no, they have a serious primary school, we went to the office and he was the deputy head boy. They were like, why are you answering him? But we put a persistence on it, because he was like to me privately, yeah, now your attitude, you know why? Because Really being wrong. Thanks for sometimes don't use power. I go out. I'm going to grade 4. Grade 7.
Oh, wow.
Sorry about that, but if you're talking shit about, so yes, you come from the men, the set of men that raised you,
the men that were present in my life
Those
are just so
I get
good
you.
that I cannot. I think in some way, even the masculine, every woman has a feminine and masculine side.
Yes.
The masculinity inside of me has become so strong.
every
You
man.
would see. There's nothing you can say. You can't tell me this is juice if I know this is not juice.
Okay.
I don't care that it looks good. It's not juice.
Right.
And you can't come and be like,
Yeah.
I'm the man, I'm telling you this is juice.
Uh-huh.
If this is juice, you can
Yeah.
have it, so I'm not having this.
I'll fact check you, boy.
That's not me. I'm not having this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad enough to have a family that's also, because there are times where you're in friendships, relationships where that don't make sense. My family
Of
is able
course.
to sit me down and be like,
We are
we are
better.
better. Now we are better. And if you carry on with this, we're not going to support this. So
Okay.
you carry on with this knowing, Ukuthi, this is not it.
Okay.
And when my family says it, considering with the type of people I know, no man are being doubtful, but they've grounded me in a way that I know. I don't know why, but if my mom says no, then it's no.
Okay.
Because the other thing, when
Yeah.
I said to her, please come through, blah, blah. What happened when I spoke to her about it?
Yeah.
And like, yeah. But I'm going to have to consult my mom first.
Yeah.
Okay.
She came back, and I knew she said something else. She's like, I'm going to have to consult her with something else. But God said to me, she's not going to ask her for that. Come on, she will not deny her to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was going to consult. Shooting now, God is saying, that is what she was going to do. She went to ask mom. Someone says this, mom, Sizwe, which Sizwe? The Sizwe you met, and said, oh, no, that guy you can go to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Well protected.
I'm not saying yes, I'm praising myself because I can, but she's going to a point of the men around her have good intentions. You know
Okay,
why?
100%.
Because her tree has good intentions. The men in her family tree
Beautiful.
had good intentions with your life.
Beautiful.
So you'll never attract a rapist, you'll never attract a scammer. You can,
100%.
God forbid.
Yeah.
But otherwise you will
They'll
see.
never get that
You
far.
will detect that.
I mean, yeah.
They'll never get that far.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Exactly.
By God's
Yeah.
grace, they'll never get that far. I think that's what, for me, into that one thing that always grounded me is the fact that when you grew up in a family that has so much pressure, and I'm the first granddaughter, both sides. You know, both sides. I'm the first granddaughter. So even with my grandmother, my mother's mother, she always says to me, Wuti, in everything that you do, yes, you are allowed to have mistakes, but Wuti, there are those that are younger than me that know Wuti, because usithando wenza kanje. You know, from my cousin, one of my cousins passed her matric. She was the top achiever. She passed with 7.
That girl from,
distinctions.
and I wanted to ask you, sorry to digress. They were saying, the girl get a laptop in. Where is she now, Tando? Tell us about that girl as well, quickly, because I'm like, they all stood up. They were like, yeah, the girl is here.
She's here.
But now they don't tell us if they took that girl to
She's
varsity.
here. Yeah, no. My cousin, Umdasi, I love her to bits. I think as much as we're cousins, because our mothers are such close sisters, me and her are like close sisters. She's done, and luckily, by God's grace, the municipality has paid for her Usevets right now, and she's studying medicine physiotherapy.
Fred, please repeat it.
She's
The
in
Lisedi
Wits.
local municipality.
Yes, the Lisedi local
when you do good,
municipality
you must also say thank you
paid
to
her.
him.
They said if you want to do your degree, your master's, your
Shout
honors,
out
up to
to
PhD,
Lisedi.
whatever it is that you want to do.
Municipality. Let's give them a shout out.
Yeah. Sure.
They
I
were like,
Yes, some condo.
ANC.
Yes.
Condo, ANC. Yes,
Leadership.
leadership.
They were like,
Yeah.
we're
We are
gonna
together
do
there.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
She's at Witwatersrand right
Yeah,
now.
she's a Vitsi.
She's a Vitsi. And I'm very proud one, hey? She's a very... Ooh.
She's in med, and she's in sciences.
She's doing
She's in biology. Yeah, so
she's
come
doing
on.
physiotherapy.
If you are there in biology
Yeah,
advanced, we look at you like this.
Yeah.
You know what you are doing there. We know that there's people from Mexico
Yeah.
that come to study medicine or
Yeah.
any biomedical degrees advanced there.
But I'm proud of her, man. She's and I remember when she passed her matric, that very morning, I woke up and I drove and I came here. And when we got to her school, I was like, we are rounding this whole school. I'm holding the camera and I'm gonna be the one that's there. Because it's very nice when the whole family tree.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
100.
You know,
And she comes after you. You are taking pride in the fact that
Yes.
You
the
know?
tree is
Yes.
the
growing.
tree
And
is
it's
growing.
just because I didn't get distinctions. Yes, I went
Thank
to
you,
AFDA.
Twizy, for that.
Yes, just because I didn't get a distinction. She was like, I'm getting.
I
six.
got 2 decisions and failed still matric.
Oh
When it's not your time, it's not your time.
Yeah, so she posted this situation and she was like, I'm gone. And she's doing so well. We don't talk as much honestly now because they say, oh, sister,
But when you're overseas, there's a certain standard and a certain structure that you need to uphold.
Yes, all of a sudden, no more to mind. It's an election. I'm in December. I was in American holidays. How girl?
Shut up. I'm so proud.
So it's those types of things where I realize.
And we want to have her in the episode, guys. Let's bring her. Because not now, but when she comes back from the TV event, Shuti, we are going to follow up on her.
Yeah.
Shuti, how they were saying, the headlines were like, yeah, girl, blah blah blah.
Yay.
And then I'm watching 6 months down the line. I'm like, what happened to the girl?
Yeah, it's quiet. No,
come on. Update us, tell us.
Yeah.
You get a laptop, then what is she doing with it?
Happened?
University?
Yes.
Did she eat
Yeah,
it?
because you're right. Because also those kind of stories, especially when they come into fruition, like now the municipality has paid and everything. Now people know. You know what I mean? So there's other kids that are watching like, hey, or something, you know what I mean? Because this is happening for other kids.
And
I mean,
right under our
dude,
nose.
a full bursary being paid by a municipality.
And if you want to do a PhD, you can do so. They are saying 10 years of your studies, you
I
can do
actually
it.
wanted her to go to Cape Town.
Yes, UCT maybe.
Yeah, I wanted her to go to Cape Town. I was like, go to Cape Town, girl.
Incredible.
Go to Cape Town. She
No,
was like,
incredible.
She's a very shy person.
Wow.
So let's, Tando,
So shady.
sorry, thank you for thank you for updating us with the girl. I wanted the information. I can't ask Themba, he doesn't know anything about Tanda. But otherwise, let's close this off, my darling, because I feel like as spirit led, I don't know, somehow God is like,
sorry, before can I just cut
Yes,
you? And I'm intentionally cutting you. You know what? I feel like Thando Radebe, Thando Radebe must please come back here to be a friend of the show because I've got so many questions to ask.
Wait.
Dude.
Someone did that. Sorry, can I cut you? I'm a podcaster before you.
Ow!
Yes.
And I'm not being snacks, but I'm telling you what that led to.
Yeah, may I pick up computers?
It led to my friend, yes, and I wait for auditions for a living. But otherwise, what that did, someone also said I must be the friend of the podcast,
Oh yeah?
and then when you are there, then there's expectations. Let's say Tando will come here every now and then when we need a female perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, but so I'm a friend of the podcast because now,
Well,
I have a show because of. Okay, I don't have a show because of that. But otherwise, it does make it. Yeah, but they will expect her.
Yeah.
And she's a busy woman. But let's have Tando.
Yes.
She's the woman. She's the. Okay, we are casting Tando, say it, but not as friend of the podcast.
Okay, not the friend of the podcast, but maybe like, spontaneous
we are casting
visits.
a female voice
because
of the
like
podcast
you said,
for now.
I like what you said.
Yes.
If we need a female perspective, maybe she can be the friend that we call so that she can, because I mean, there's so many things. I mean, I spoke about her being grounded, and I feel like we need to unfold that in a way that people actually get to understand it, even though it's subjective.
Yes, friend,
but from her point of view, to say what
from a female perspective,
because being grounded is the same thing for all of us. But
and for females, that's the most truth. I want to say show you with umfazi oyithobi. Nepapilage, angazi besibani kodwa lithi Zithobe bawufuna ukuthi ube umfazi ogrand 20 grand family. So yes, friend.
Yes.
So announce it nicely, friend. Don't this not fight, friend. Yes, I agree with you, friend.
Listen,
Tando must come back more often.
Yes, 100%.
Yes,
Fight.
yeah.
Okay. Or Tando must come back here more often. But I also wanted to just complete that piece to say also, you know what I mean? She spoke of manifesting. I'm like, I learned that at 30 years. And she's probably 22. And she's talking about this.
Let's then know that she'll come back for that. Let's not elongate it. Tando will come back and start manifesting.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yes. Tando, are you agreeing? Okay, we are proposing to you.
Will she remember that?
Yeah, we are proposing to you, Tando. Can you be? Manifest is the word, friend. Oh. Tando, friend. Okay, this is Themba's hand.
Oh my goodness.
Put this down.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we're manifesting now.
Take that hand. We are proposing to her as our friend of the podcast.
The friend of the podcast.
Spontaneous
friend.
Yes, Tando, can you be our spontaneous friend when we need a female perspective?
Yes.
When you're not busy because we respect what you do. Otherwise, can you be our friend of the podcast when we need a female perspective?
Ithi ngibe ngesizulu siyanibona mahadebe siyangena ke manje mahadebe sorry bangicorrectile earlier on siyabonga sicela ukuthi oshade njenge-podcast
I know.
sikwazi ukuthi
Sikubize noma ngabe yini.
sikubize noma ngabe yinini mama sothola ulwazi lomuntu wesifazane oqothe
Ozithobile.
yebo ngeBhayibheli uthi weziveka zokuthi Psalm 21 Psalm 21
Does that even
eh
exist?
yeah which is he play boy.
Google.
When I
Check up, please.
Yes. Okay.
Google.
Okay.
Anyway,
It's incredible.
Okay, yes.
Oh yeah.
We'll come back to it. That's Psalm 21.
Thank you very much.
Thando, are you agreeing?
Utin.
Don't sponsor?
Thando sponsors, as you can see. She wants a sponsor. Sponsors, as you can see, wait, Thando, wait.
Qualification.
Yes, it was 5 million
Yeah.
plus the year that they cut you with, so it was 3 million.
Yeah.
Thando says she wants a sponsor.
Oh,
So guys, let's get sponsors.
Okay.
Sponsors, we want sponsors. We have wine. Themba, where's the box? Okay,
Oh, yeah,
wine.
fine.
Then we have wine.
Sorry.
Can I read it? Yeah.
Amazing.
Something winery.
Sorry.
Ask us which winery and then come and sponsor us.
I don't
Thando,
know.
are you agreeing?
If sponsoring,
I
agree.
okay.
Can we sponsor you for the next 2 episodes we're gonna call you for? We'll try and sponsor you with the
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I don't know where Sizwe was going with this, but yeah, thank you.
We are married.
Yes.
We're married
Oh,
to
yes.
Thando.
Thank you.
Ladies and
Oh, no, she
gentlemen,
agreed.
that is how we close
Thank
the
you
show
very
for
much.
today.
No, that's not how we
Thank
close
you
the
very
show.
much.
No. I'm not being listened to in the show.
Thando, why?
Thank you very much, guys. You know what, with Thando, thank you very much for coming.
Oh.
This was very insightful, very beautiful, and I'm
it's
very
okay,
glad.
guys. Gen Zs,
Dude,
you
like,
can. Gen Zs, do you see? You don't have to be a piano stars only. You don't have to fuck
No,
shit
you-
up all the
you
time.
can be. She said
You can
she's
be,
doing music
Yes,
now.
but Lalela,
Yeah, I mean-
you don't have to be Themba. You do not have to be a piano star only. Okay, you do not have to be, but you can choose that with being responsible and humble. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I close me and friends podcast.
Oh, as he closes and he's laughing,
Yes.
I just want to say thank you very much to Thando Radebe for
Shout out
coming
to
to
Thando,
visit
shout out
us.
to Thando.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
Thando.
Thando. You're
Thank
doing
you,
well.
thank you. We love you.
Thank you so much
And
for
soon, yeah.
you know,
inviting
we're
me.
looking forward to everything
Themba,
else
close
that
it.
is
Themba,
going
please
to
close it as
unfold
well, yeah.
in your life and
Please
all
close
the
it,
things.
friend.
All the movies that you're going to tell us about, I'm already closing. This
You're not-
guy.
You're speaking over me. You're not closing it. You are.
Dude.
Close it. Close
Dude,
it. Close
you-
it. Close it.
this guy-
Otherwise,
Fine.
All right.
Bim.
Shalala.
We are me and friends on Facebook.
Mara,
we are me and
this is
friends
an
on
actor, I'm a
Instagram.
presenter.
We are me and friends on TikTok. We are me and friends on YouTube. Subscribe, like. All right. Thank you guys so much for.
Please make sure you follow Usis Tando so that she
Thando.
grows her
Okay,
following.
The
What's your-
bigger brand
Uh-huh.
right now is Thando.
Thando
Yes.
Radebe, everywhere and anywhere.
Thank you.
Just
very
like
much.
us, she's Thando Radebe. We are me and friends
Hey,
everywhere.
Sizwe, before we
Yes,
close it,
yes.
what are the movies that you're on again, and where do we find them again? So that people can watch.
They're
Or
on Zanzi Magic.
Zanzi Magic.
Yeah.
Somewhere
So
Instagram.
can I find them on what's that thing
Catch
on
Up.
DSTV? Catch Up.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, sharp. So you're gonna drop us the names, right? So that we
Yeah.
can just put them.
So
All right,
I'm on Mkhotsi
Yeah.
and Vilakazi. I'm on Sabogram.
dude. I have to go watch these things, bro. You know. Oh yeah. And
Shout out.
which one do you enjoy, by the way, between all that?
Why would you do that?
Oh, you can't ask. Directors will kill you.
You'll be
You'll
like,
never-
"Ah."
Guys, bye. We love you so
Bye
much.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, where would we be if we do not thank the ones who made the show possible? For the first interview episode, our guest is Thando Radebe. A production, the lighting design, the sound engineer, the director, Thokozani Skosman. And of course, the panel, the conversationalist, Sizwe Lawrence Maseko, Themba Vilakazi. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the first ever interview episode of Me and Friends. Too many, and many, and many more